What's going on, fellow cheers? I'm here at my very first One Piece chapter review. One Piece chapter 1150. And the name of this chapter is Domi Reversi. We start off here with the chapter of Yamato at Yasui's shrine. Look like she's there with, page 1 and Ulti. In previous cover stories, she rescued them. And it seems like they joined up with her, it seems. Page 1 and Ulti, they're former beast pirates under Kaido. Kaido is my favorite villain in the One Piece story so far. Not saying he's the only great one, but he is my personal favorite. He's the only one that beat the dog crap out of Luffy 3 times. Until Luffy learned Gear 5 and put the hand of God on his behind. Alrighty. Well, after that, we get to we flip the page and we'll see the pirates from the bar. They're racing. They're trying to rescue the children of Elbaf, the giant children of Elbaf. And we see Colin. And Colin is crying. And then he informs the pirates he informs the giants from the bar. He said, hey, my dad just got defeated and he fell into the underworld. Guys, calm down. I'm pretty sure Gabon is going to be fine. All right. You see Chopper in the other chapter. He ran down, but I'm pretty sure Chopper's going to find Gabon, patch him up, fix him up, and hopefully they run into Luffy and Sanji and Zoro and everybody else down there and Loki. Hopefully they run into everybody. So after Colin tells them what happened, Emu, who was possessing the Gunko, he overhears the conversation and he releases his evil conquerors, Haki, I might add, and knocks the pirates from the bar and the children of Elbaf clean out. I mean, they went night-night, Then we see Dory and Brogy, and they're pirates, and they're running to go face Gunko, and we see this, Samitation sign, this devil worshiping sign or whatever. You've seen it in several chapters before. We've seen it in the series all the time. The same insignia that they use when they do summoning, evil summonings. And he does that and he zaps one of the pirates. They're like, whoa! And then Gunko, who was possessed by Emu, calls out to killing him and said, hey, is this all that your creations can do? And Killing is like, oh great one, they can be resurrected at any time at my command. Then Gunko, who was possessed by Emu, calls out to Summers, the God Knight Summers, and he makes a suggestion about, I can't really read it, but from Summers' answer, he said, you know what, oh great Lord, you're right. Is absolutely right. He says, makes no sense to have a kingdom without a king. Soon as he says that, Brogy grabs Gunko, who was possessed by Emu, and he said, hey, he says, are you the Holy Knights? He says, you're the one who's driven Elbaf into madness, all this chaos, all this bull crap that's going on, you're responsible. But Gunko, who was possessed by Emu, shrugs it off like, look, you and Jogi are going to become kings. You guys are going to kill Yaro, and you're going to become kings. You're going to cut his head off and show it to everybody in Elbaf and let them know that you're in charge. You two are going to rule as one, as kings. And of course, Brogy is like, you lie. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing here. He's not down with that. Brogy and Drogy are one of the oldest living pirates, oldest living giants in the series. So, all we see after that, Gunko, who was possessed by Emu, and I have to keep on making this description, guys, doggone does a summoning of a book. And then after he summons the book, he summons a doggone double-barrel pistol and blows Brogy arms, or his hand, right off. I mean, poof! After that, of course, everybody's like, oh, the captain, he blows off the captain's arm. And then, of course, Brogy is in pain. He's yelling out. And then Emu is like, you know what? I'm going to turn you into a demon. And that same sign comes up and he sinks not just Brogy, but also Drogy and three other of their pirates, three other of their men that's under them, sunk them down. And then brings them back up as demons. And then tells them at a cost of their lifespan, at some of their lifespan. And he doesn't even give them a chance. He just does it. So now their lifespan is getting taken away from them guys. I was like, dang. Boy, corrupt and evil to the core. You know what I'm saying? Corrupt and evil to the core. And they all rise back up. Some of them have pitchforks, axes, and their shields and stuff. Matter of fact, almost all of them have pitchforks. And he tells them, go after Yaru. And so some pirates ran away from them and they find Yaru and say, hey, Drogy and Brogy aren't being themselves. You need to run. And Yaru is a true warrior. He'd rather face death than run. And he says, you never tell a warrior to run from a battle. Also in the chapter, we see Robin and Nami and the Fishman pirate. We see all of them, and Robin wants to do something because she's having PTSD right now. The burning of the library in chapter 1149. And she's having PTSD and, she's trying to set free because she wants to do something. She wants to help. But Summers, his devil fruit is still intact. It's still going on. It's still channeling energy. And it's still, the thorns of his devil fruit power is still cutting into her skin. And she's trying to get free. So, guys, I hope she's able to get free. I hope she'll be able to find a way. And I hope Luffy and everybody else, them boys need to come on. Make a decision. Either you're going to free Loki or you're not going to free him. But, man, they're going to kill Yaru. Unless Oda does a doggone what he does best and throws a wrench in there. You know what I'm saying? But 5 of those guys, man, 5 of those giants getting turned into demons, man, and going straight after Yaru. If it was just one of them, I would say Yaru, he's older. He's the oldest living giant in Elbath. So he's strong. He's endurable because he's been living with that sword through his brain. And, he has experience as a warrior. So if it was just one of them going after him, I say he probably has a chance. But 5 of these doggone demons coming after him now, unless somebody can knock some sense into them boys, man, and stop them, I say, rest in peace, Yaru. Well, that's it for me, guys. Comment down below if you like this reaction to the chapter. Like the video if you did, and subscribe for more. And tell me your thoughts on what might happen next chapter. Do you think Yaru has a chance? Do you think Yaru doesn't? Do you think Brogy and Drogy and their 3 men will Luffy be able to bring them boys back? Will they ever come back? Because it seems like Emu and the God Knights are about to annex this country. They're going to annex this country, and their intention is to have Drogy and Brogy rule. But I think as long as Luffy is there, and as long as Gabon, if Gabon can make a full recovery, I think they have a fighting chance on bringing Drogi and Brogy back to their senses. We'll see. And don't forget about Zoro. Who? Santoryu. So yeah, guys, that's it for me. 1,000 subscribers. Hooray!